WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
Phew. Good morning to you. Kentucky escapes, and now the Wildcats are headed to Indianapolis, Final Four bound for the 17th time in program history. The Cats literally had to scratch and dig like Andy Dufresne escaping Shawshank, though, to do it. 20 lead changes, 12 ties, but the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame had no answer for freshman big man Karl Anthony Towns. 25 points, 17 in the second half, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a block. The perfect record stays alive. Kentucky 38-0.
It did. I mean, I just felt very confident in myself and just made confident moves. And like I said, I listened to the coaching staff and I was just making shots.
It was nice to see Aaron do what Aaron does. Just a huge three. It was great to see Andrew play an okay game but make the plays down the stretch. It was great to see in the second half us able to throw at Karl Towns, and they either were scoring or you got to leave somebody, and then Tyler makes that three in the corner. But we were just fighting to stay in the game, to be honest with you, and it was nice to see how it finished for these kids.
He went for the win. I don't fault him for that. He tried to get something off. I don't think he could turn the corner. Even some of the shots he took in those possessions that were a little empty, you can say get to the basket. It's a little harder to get to the basket against these guys. There's not a lot of room in there. And I thought they doubled him out of bounds, and they did a great job kind of riding him all the way to the end.
All right, Andrew Harrison said after the game, quote, just 2 more games. That's right, and that starts with a rematch of last year's Final Four game with Wisconsin. Saturday in Indianapolis, 8 Badgers are back from the Wisconsin Final Four team that lost by 2 to Kentucky last year. Another late tip time for this one, 8:49 Eastern, and the game will be live on TBS. So there's one side of the Final Four. How about the other 2 Elite 8 games on Sunday to figure out which other 2 teams will be playing in Indianapolis? First up, Louisville and Michigan State. Ricky P. ready to go for the 4th-seeded Cardinals. Let's go first half. Louisville up 3. Terry Rozier. He picks off the pass. This is Coast to Coast Radio. Louisville up 40-32 at the break. Second half, Travis Trice up to Brennan Dawson. Another look at this one. 9 points, 11 rebounds for Dawson. Sparty, though, still trails by 1. 8.5 minutes to go now. Game tied at 51. State gets the lead. First of the one since the first half. Brian Forbes. Sparty loving it, but Wayne Blackshear says nuh-uh. He had 28 to lead all scores. Later on, Marvin Clark Jr. inside. 1-point lead to the guys in green with 40 seconds to go. Now Mango Mathiang would come down, get fouled. He makes the first free throw. Second one, no. 4.9 left on the clock. Travis Trice for the win. Let's play extra basketball. Overtime we go. Forbes. Brian Forbes. Sparty back to the Final Four for the ninth time in program history, first since 2010. 76-70, Michigan State wins in overtime. So Sparty and Tom Izzo move on, and if Duke's Mike Krzyzewski could defeat Gonzaga, then it would be an Izzo Coach K in the Final Four. And it would be the most combined NCAA tournament games coached in a single matchup in NCAA tournament history with 176. Here we go, the Zags in their 17th consecutive NCAA tournament, trying to make their first ever Final Four. They would have to go past this guy, though, who's been there 11 times, Mike Krzyzewski. First half, Duke down 2. They'd have to get past this guy, too. Jahlil Okafor, freshman big man. Later on, former Kentucky Wildcat Kyle Wiltshire. He had 16. Zags, though, down by 8. Every point Duke scored came from a starter. Okafor again. Play starts top of the key, ends in the paint. 9 points, 8 rebounds for Okafor. There's some of the Dallas Cowboys enjoying it. Second half, Okafor. Duke lead is 5. Tony Romo and Jason Garrett all decked out and loving it. Now under 3 minutes to go in the game, Justice Winslow, hometown boy, dagger. 16 for him. Duke committed just 3 turnovers, fewest in a tournament game so far. Duke 66, Gonzaga 52. 12th trip to the Final Four for head coach Mike Krzyzewski and Duke. That equals UCLA legend John Wooden for most by a coach in Division I tournament history. And with its win Sunday, Michigan State becomes the second team in the Final Four from the Big Ten Conference, Wisconsin being the other, of course, which will play Kentucky. That's the third year in a row where two teams from the same conference are in the Final Four, the Spartans and the Blue Devils. 6:09 tip time Saturday, April 4th in Indianapolis. You can watch it again on TBS. We'll have plenty of coverage as well from Indianapolis with Kentucky being there playing Wisconsin. That's a final look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning.